My first tip, and one of the most important, is your site selection. Be sure you get the ground perfectly level. I recommend taking a 2x4, putting that on the ground, taking a level and going through, making sure the whole surface is level. Because if it is not, over a long span of the pool, when you fill it up, if it's off a couple inches, it's really gonna show in your pool being not level. Spend a little extra time getting your ground nice and level. Now my next tip is what to put the pool on. The manufacturers do not recommend putting it on gravel or sand, and the reason not to put it on the sand is as things splash over the edge of the pool, it can wash the sand away and erode underneath it, wash away the supports. Just not a good idea to use sand as your base. They also don't recommend putting it on gravel because normal gravel, 3/4 minus, it can be real rough, have sharp edges and poke through the liner of your pool. Me in particular though, I really like to put my pool on pea gravel. Pea gravel is a lot smoother, it doesn't have those sharp edges. Again, the manufacturers don't recommend putting your pool on gravel, but I think pea gravel personally is a very good choice. My next tip is the ground cover I like to put down to help protect the bottom of the pool, and that's landscape fabric. This works great at an additional layer of protection for the bottom of your pool. Works so much better than putting a tarp down because a tarp will just collect water on top of it, where this landscape fabric will let water pass right through it. Great tip, use some landscape fabric. My next tip has to do with getting the wrinkles out of the vinyl. You don't want wrinkles in the bottom of your pool. If you're able to lay it out and let it sit in the sun for a little while, it'll make it a lot easier to get those wrinkles out. The sun makes the vinyl a lot more pliable. My next tip is on the assembly of the supports that go along the top on the inside of the liner. These tubes here, we're gonna slide in the top edge. They will stick like glue to that vinyl when you're trying to take the pool down at the end of the season, which they do recommend. So we're gonna take a little bit of powder. The instructions actually say talcum powder, but talcum powder is not really good stuff to use. And we only need this on the top supports that slide in those sleeves across the top of the pool. Get a little bit of powder on there. This is gonna make it so much easier to disassemble later on. The next tip is put blocks of wood underneath all of your supports for them to rest on, because they'll start squishing into the ground over time. But it's essential that you get those blocks of wood level with the ground. My next tip is about getting the wrinkles out of the bottom. As soon as you start filling it with water, you wanna go around the outside edge, from the inside of the pool, pushing the bottom corner out all the way around. If you get a couple inches of water in the pool, it's gonna be too late and you're gonna end up with wrinkles on the bottom. So as soon as you start filling it, just get in the pool and start pushing the edge out. My next tip for you is extend your swimming season. Be able to start swimming earlier in the season and later into the season simply by warming your pool up with a good solar cover. I will include a link in the video description below where you can order your solar cover from Amazon. This lays on top like a blanket and traps the heat in. They work really well and they'll heat your pool up to 10 degrees. And my final tip for you, and the one that's most important to me, has to do with pool safety and little children. If you're trying to keep little ones out of the pool and you're not using the ladder, take the ladder and set the whole thing in the pool. This helps prevent kids from climbing in and is just a good extra safety tip. If my video can help provide a little extra pool safety for you guys, that would mean the world to me. Be sure to check out all the links I have in the video description below for some must-have items, pool brushes, vacuums, solar cover, all kinds of things. Check it out. Have a good day.